Hey everybody, Jordan here with the North 40 Fly Shop up in Sandpoint, Idaho, doing another fly tying tutorial for you. Today I'm going to be doing Rudolph in lieu of the holidays here, something festive. Deer hair body, red nose, and antlers out of furry foam. Just something fun to tie. Of course you could fish this thing as an actual fly, tied on a B10S 2-aught, but really the sole purpose of doing this video is just something fun and festive, and just love to show you how to tie it. Let's do it. Alright guys, let's tie Rudolph. B10S 2-aught in the vise. 200 denier GSP thread we'll be using. A little prep work here coming up for Rudolph's antlers. I cut these out of furry foam. So you'll want to get that done first. But yeah. So that's kind of the shape you're going for. I'll hold that up here. And you can do whatever antler-like. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I even put little eye guards in there so they match up. So we're just going to tie these in the back here, kind of situated because eventually I'm going to tip them up and glue them to the back of his head. So we at least want to lay them down here how they're going to be tipped up. This is adult Rudolph. He's got big old antlers, not just the nubs. And it would be kind of cool. You could do them with just the nubs, I guess, if you didn't want to do the big antlers. Wrap those in there real good so that they're kind of like that. So when I tip them up, they'll look something like that. So we'll just leave those back there. Throw in a half hitch. Why not? A couple of them. So now, pretty much from here on out, it's really not a crazy difficult fly. We're just going to take some deer belly and start spinning. Spinning on some hair, and we'll trim it. Put some eyes on, put a nose on, and glue it all together, and we'll have a Rudolph ornament. You know, again, a thing like this, you could actually go and fish this thing. This would be like another one of those kind of deer hair mouse patterns or something. Be kind of fun, but it would also just be a cool gift to give somebody, or like I've been saying on these videos, just something fun. Test your skills and try something new. So we'll flare that out, spin, and this would be kind of fun and good to practice your deer hair spinning skills. It's one of those things, deer hair, if you're not used to doing it, it takes a little bit of, it's one of those techniques, it takes time. You're gonna have to just put in the time to get good at it. Took me a while to really figure it out to where it was consistent every time I spun it and stacked it, and especially the trimming part. That was the part that kind of took some time too, is learn how not to take it too much when you were trimming. Get you a good comb for pulling out that underfur. Makes a huge difference having clean hair to spin with. And you know, when you're shopping for hair for spinning, especially for spinning, look for the straight stuff. If it's got inconsistencies or it's bent, that's not the stuff you want for spinning. Oh, yeah, that's not going to be the. Oh, there we go. Try that again. Okay. So we'll do a wrap. Tight, another wrap, spin. Pack, twist and pack, secure it down, pack it again. And we're not going to wrap hair all the way to the hook eye this time because we got to make room for his red nose. The trimming of this one's was kind of tricky when I was coming up with this little fly. I was practicing with it, and getting the shape, the the deer face, reindeer face was kind of tricky. I think it was one of those famous sculptors always said, staring at his block of marble, the sculpture's in there, I just have to find it. Can't remember who that was, but I remember hearing it. Kind of like with deer hair. Just gotta find it. Yeah, here we go. And you could mess around with the colors too. I just had this patch of like, what color is this? Rusty brown. Very reindeer-like, but you could just use natural, because guess what? It's a deer. Or elk. Elk would look cool, but deer just spins better. But yeah, you can mess around with the colors too. Be sweet. Mess around with the antlers. Instead of using furry foam, you could just use regular foam, or I don't know. What else could you use? Pipe cleaners. A whole bunch of stuff you could use. We'll just keep stacking until we're ready. Tighten my vise up here a little bit. There we go. Okay, keep on clumping away. It's looking not very reindeer-like right now. But when it's done, when you saw the picture, it looks pretty cool. Cool little fly. This might be the last clump, but I always say that, and I need two more. Well, let's see, one more. Never call last clump. Where have I heard that before? Yeah, this is the last one, promise. It's not as big either. There we go. Boom. Last clump. Perfect. So now we're just going to work our thread in here, dam it all back. Got a nice face on there. And there it is, guys. Rudolph. Oh, I'm just kidding. So, we can whip finish. And we're going to cut the thread off, but we're going to reattach it after we get our trimming done here. So I set aside a razor here. Take a fresh razor out of the wax paper. I like these Astra Super Platinums. They work pretty good. So here's where you can make or break it. First step, I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to trim off the bottom pretty flush. It's always a great place to start, even on like bass poppers and stuff, if you're using tie and reel flies, to get your shape right. This is a great place to start because it gives you some perception on where everything is supposed to go and your shapes and things. So nice and flat, trim it off. So now we're going to start working on Rudolph's muzzle here. You can use the eye of the hook as a guide too. It's always that first cut. Well, just take your time, it's not a race. Unless it was the reindeer games. Okay. No more jokes, promise. So, working on the muzzles now. Get that shape in there. See, it's coming together. Okay, so, like I said before, not taking too much, you know, you kind of just gotta visualize where everything's gonna go. So you got your antlers back here, eventually gonna do this. So, don't want too much snout. And this is the part here where you're gonna kind of float the razor to shape his face here. So what you're gonna do, kind of come up and you're just gonna freehand start shaving this. This again takes some practice. I almost took too much there. We're good. Whew, saved it. See? Now we're getting a reindeer-like face. This would make a wicked diver, too. So you can carry this technique over into your warm water stuff. Bass and pike and such. Rudolph slider. Yeah. Getting a nice little deer face. Okay. So now I'm going to take the antlers and kind of push them up to see where they want to go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and this is the part where you'll take your scissors here and you'll clean up the back of this. Continue that shape going. Oh, there we go. Yeah. You can clean up those scragglers back there. There we go. So you can kind of see it. We got like a reindeer face going on here. And there's going to be our antlers. See? And once we get this all in shape, I can come back and kind of tidy up. Oh yeah. Rudolph's got a rack on him. So, thick UV. And then we're going to take some of that. Actually, and you know, even better, some gel super glue. But if you don't have the super glue, use the UV, run the UV. And what I'm doing here is I'm pushing these antlers up and I'm shooting that glue into the base of the hook and the base of where the antlers start and around kind of the deer hair that's protruding. Seeing it starting to stand them up. Get that cap out of my mouth like a Neanderthal. Shoot some on the antlers there. And do the same on the other side to prop up your antlers here. It's kind of like I liked using this furry foam. Man, English is tricky sometimes. Is it takes to the glue pretty good. There we go. See? Standing up. And as that cures, you can doctor it up and add some more if necessary. Okay. Now we can finish kind of cleaning up Rudy here. Really fine tune it. Soften those edges a bit. Looking very reindeer-like. Looks good when the eyes get on here. We get the nose in, then we're styling. Okay, that's probably enough trim before I take too much. So we'll put our thread back on here. There we go. Take some red medium chenille. Or you could use dubbing. Ice dub, sparkly ice dub would look cool, but chenille's a little easier to work with. And I just loop it over the thread like that since I'm working in such a close area here. I'll just wrap it right up snug to our deer hair. Take both strands. Oh, lost one. There we go. Bulk it up a touch. Catch both of them. Let's catch them on the bottom, that'll look a little cleaner. As you've noticed, I'm using white thread with a red material, which I know normally is a cardinal sin, but we have Sharpies. So you can just Dutch that with there, hit a little bit here for your whip finish. Boom. Nobody will ever have to know. Cut that free, and there's our red nose. So now, take some more of this super glue and some eyes, some living eyes, and we're going to put a touch of super glue on the deer hair, kind of push it in a little bit. Oh, get the fuzz off of there. Make sure you're happy with the placement. Do the other side. Yeah, gel super glue is it's the way to go for putting eyes on. Okay, and that's it, guys. That is our Rudolph. Check it out. Big ol' antlers, red nose, got his eyes going. He's ready to go. Nothing crazy, not a super difficult tie. Fun, you know. Try out your deer hair skills, you know, something fun. Something festive for around the holidays. It's a good time. Had fun tying it for you and had fun coming up with it. As always, let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, come see us at the shop. Visit us online at no40flyshop.com or on our social media pages. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at No40flyshop, and we hope you have a happy holidays. So does Rudolph. Thanks, guys.